All right, Mr. Fogelson here. Welcome to my class where we are working on custom shape for this next lesson. All right, I'm going to make sure I log into Tinkercad here. And that, make sure you go to personal account, remember, and sign in with Google. All right, make sure you sign in using your @nx34.com account. Okay, so we're going to do the custom shape. I just want to let you know in the Google Classroom, under the assignment custom shape, there is a little bit of a cheat sheet that kind of gives you a rough idea of what this lesson is going to entail. So just feel free to give it a look, and especially if you forget stuff from the video, this is a great way to kind of catch up getting this done. All right, so back to Tinkercad. If the video is enough to suffice, that's fine, but that Tinker Tips is a good, useful tool to help just in case. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm not going to go to resources like I normally would. This is a little different. I'm going to actually go to create, and there's a plus there. I'm going to go to 3D design. I'm actually going to open up a blank document. I just see my work plane. There's nothing else in my Tinkercad document. So next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make a custom shape. And that custom shape can be up to you. I would suggest making it not too simple, but something with a bunch of shapes added to it. What I like to do is a flower, and so I throw in the half sphere. And I usually like to make this like a sunflower, so I'm going to go ahead and make that brown. And then I'm going to throw in another half sphere, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag it out to make the petals. And we'll just go with yellow. I'm going to pull it out just a little bit more to my liking. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. You can hit Command D or press the duplication button. And I'm going to go ahead and hold the Shift key. Notice when I hold the Shift key, it makes it straight across. If I don't hold the Shift key and I just drag it, it goes like this. But if I hold the Shift key, it locks in really nicely. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and select both of them. And I'm just going to go ahead and group them. Now they're grouped, so then I can duplicate them. And then I'm going to go ahead and right click to pick a better angle. And I'm just going to go ahead and rotate. Notice when I rotate, I'm probably going to go a little bit outside of the circle, so I have a little bit more freedom. Then I'm going to hit Command D to duplicate again. And it looks a little slightly off. I don't know if I like that. So let's try, I'm kind of a perfectionist. It's kind of one of my things. So what if we lock in? And then I'm just going to go ahead and hit Command D again. Whoops. In order for it to duplicate, you got to duplicate right away, and then lock in, and then there we go. Okay, so I have my shape, and if you want to make the center a little bit bigger, I'm going to hold the Shift key a little bit. I'm going to use that alignment tool. Make sure everything's kind of centered. There we go, and everything looks pretty nice. I got my nice little sunflower. And now I'm going to create a custom shape. So you have to select the whole thing. And then I'm going to go into my creations, your creations, I should say. Click on that. Click Create Shape. So I'm going to click Create Shape. Give it a title, like Sunflower. Okay, say something to describe it. This is my sunflower, isn't it nice? Question mark. Just for fun. All right, then I'm going to go ahead and add some tags. Sunflower, I'm just going to lowercase it because it doesn't really matter with tags. Comma, flower, comma. So tags are a good way to search for stuff on a search menu. You can make it solid. It's multicolor right now. You can make it a solid color. I'm just going to keep it multicolor. You can lock it down so that way people can just work with it where they can't change it. It's up to you on if you want to lock it down, so it's locked, and then you hit Save Shape. All right, so it saves it into your save shapes. You can see I have other save shapes as well. I'm going to move it over so I can add some more there. You'll notice how the thumbnail didn't load up yet. It took a sec. Okay, now it loaded up, and just drag a couple in there just to show me that you did the custom shape. Okay. Now it's also, whoops, Command Z to undo. I didn't lock it, so it's you're able to kind of move it around a little bit. All right, make sure when you are doing the screenshot that you added more from the custom shapes, your creations, and then take the screenshot with your creations menu open. So that way I can see that you have the custom shape and that you dragged it in here. Okay, so drag a few in there into your document. Make sure you have it in the menu, your creations menu, so that way you get your full points. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take that screenshot. Command-Shift-3 or print screen. It then loads up down there. And then we're going to go ahead and put it in Google Classroom. So I'm going to go to Google Classroom, hit that plus add or create file option, exit out of full screen by pressing the green button or dragging it. If you have that ability, if it doesn't lock into full screen, you can also drag that corner in a little bit. So that way you can give yourself some more space. Pull in your screenshot. Let it load. Might take a few seconds. Hopefully it doesn't take longer than that. All right, there we go. And then hit turn in. And that's your custom shape, okay? Good luck, do your best, and keep plugging away.